Well, great, it's black now. Hi, welcome to episode 89 of our Football Manager Hobo To Hero series. Well, that didn't go that well. Nailed it. Anyway, we are back with Sarawak United in the Liga Super Malaysia. As you can probably tell by my face, it's absurdly hot outside, at least for April. So if anyone tells you there's no climate change, send them, I don't know, with the next train to somewhere. Well, welcome back, mates. So, I promised I would do recent results. Let's look at those. You can't see the teams because my face is in the way, but actually you can. We played against Kuching, lost that friendly, and we played against Kelantan United and were thrown out of the Shupi Piala FA semi-final. To be fair, that friendly was lost by the under 19s, mostly. That though, that was concerning. And in aggregate, if I look at this is league stats only, but I'm still concerned by it. So this seems fairly impressive for somebody getting relegated. But considering that we were top in both of these last season, the improved squad didn't really help much, did it? So we had a bit of a discussion on the Discord. More of that later. Well, pretty soon actually. So looking at competition so far, last season standing at this point, where is that? League stats, I don't know. Past positions? That's this season, isn't it? Oh, nice. So, but that's last season standings in the end, correct? We conceded 19 goals overall last season. We're at 14 now and there's half a season to be played. So I guess this is bad. That said, we scored 48 and this season is at... where is it? 27. Okay, maybe there's not that many matches to be played in the season after all. How many is it? I can probably just calculate. I was correct. It's still 13. Yeah. So we're exactly in the middle, actually. From that perspective, this is great. This is concerning. That said, this is better than last season. Even though Elbak didn't score all of them. There's some weird person named Shane Thomas Baru who did this job for him. From that perspective, actually, it's not that bad. It's more concerning that we are 4th best only with 27 goals scored in 13 matches. That's more than 2 goals per match. And we're like, we don't create enough, we don't score enough. To be fair, we scored a bunch of these at the start of the season and 5-0s and so on. So much for competition review. Next entry on my list says injuries. Who's injured, who isn't? Well, we have a bunch of players with very high risk. We do have issues with players that are injured right now. Who is it? Juan Servan has a tight groin. That's not too bad. That'll go away tomorrow. He played last match, actually. Fadrul Hisham with his lower back stress fracture. He'll be out for a while. 2 months at least. We might need a replacement in right back. Yeah, that's not resolved yet. So, I need a to-do list. Don't I? Or did we sign somebody there? No, we didn't, right? Any backup will do. Nard still after Christopher will return fairly soon, actually. Theoretically. So that's good. But I do not expect him to outperform straight after having issues with a calf muscle. Malik sprained knee ligaments. That's not good at all. That's not like we can change it. And well, he'll be out for a while. But as you can see, the spread here in expected return is fairly wide. And then we have Vandlalpeka. Vandlalpeka is out, well, until... Oh. Well, still for a bit. So maybe we can sell him after all. Actually, there is an offer for him. For 11.5k. I remember. Also, Zakaria suspended for the next match again. Great. So much for injuries and suspensions. What's next? Happiness on the squad. Let's have a look at that. Team cohesion could be better. I think this is something that has an influence, or might have. Also, club atmosphere, well, obviously we want it to be very high. Managerial support, I don't think that dropped much. Because, well, let's be frank, we're a legend around here, aren't we? Where is it? Apparently we are considered favorite personnel now. Elbok is an icon though. Of course, Elbok made it to icon. Sure. Why not? Okay, so much for the general circumstances of the club. Now, to get to the meat of things, sorry. I'm starting to get the hang of it. Do we start with a right back replacement, or do we start with the tactical overhaul? Maybe the easy one first. I hope we can find somebody in here. That's great. Now we just need a right back. Can't play him. He's a foreign player. I guess theoretically we could, couldn't we? How many do we have already? Yeah, theoretically we could bring him along. We just need to take somebody off the bench. I doubt that will happen. What is good at? Is competent? From that perspective, even that guy, no, he counts anyway. I mean, as competent, yeah, as competent doesn't stay that long for incompetent mode, and afterwards it goes all the way goes to accomplished, and accomplished is pretty much okay. It is a little bit to the detriment of decision making, but that's not that. It's not that hard. I don't know, that much, I guess. They take forever to go from accomplished to natural if they do it at all. So, for example, this guy, though, obviously is not a defender. Yeah, we also can't afford him, or we don't want to. So, caps are in the past. I don't think it matters now. This one's right-footed, but if I look at this, no. He's not bad. Funnily enough, because the rating says otherwise. Looking at this. This isn't fantastic, but it's not the worst. And I know he's 30 years old, I realize. Transfer no loan interest, never mind. I was hoping we could get him for free. Gunners, and then we get into the absurdly bad territory. So I probably don't have to look at him. Well, in a way I do, but for the central defender position. And I think, well, he's out and done already. This is a foreign player. Can't afford a foreign player. Well, back to this guy. Says there's a slight interest in transfer, but obviously this would be the long-term solution. Or at least not on the short term. No, there is no wage. Sure. So let's see. He can't cross. Technical skill overall is a bit an issue. The physical skill seems fine. More or less, there's no flair here. I doubt that we will need it necessarily though. Well, if he's forced to it, I guess he can cross. And off the ball movement is really bad. That said, he has a very high teamwork and work rate. So I appreciate that. It will probably make up for some of the lack of skill here. And he's 16. Also plays a decent season apparently. And this league is loaded. This exists actually. And apparently we won it. Okay. So I think this is a reasonable signing if we get him. Sure. Hopefully he's interested this time. Preferably as a breakthrough prospect. Otherwise, we have others here. Okay, let's see. So, we want to deal with the tactics. I guess my primary concern for now is that we concede too many goals and that we don't create enough chances. Also, these guys need a rest, right? How long is it? They have 7 days. Yeah, they need a rest. Final took forever, so we'll give them all 2 days off. Why not? I think we have issues conceding through the middle. But we'll have a look at a few scenes, okay? If that's alright with you. So it might be, I don't know, maybe it's very entertaining or educational later on. Maybe it's not. That's obviously the same here. But we can have a look at a few goals conceded. In fact, we can have a look at all. 14. You want to take a pen and a paper? Come on. Assist me with this. So, we will have a look at all goals conceded, not the ones scored. I don't care about the ones scored so far, apparently we score enough. And, well, to be honest, whatever we think is enough or is not enough, it seems like we are fourth most goal scoring team. If we create more, we will probably be fine. So it's more about the defensive side. And we'll start with the goals conceded. So this one, minute 87. Selangor. Corner. Boyake heads it straight in. Chin doesn't even react. His reflexes improved ever since. So let's have a look at this Boyake person. 10 to 15 points of jumping. I think he might have been a 13 or something. Maybe a 12. So not a bad jumper, not a bad header. That's hard to defend. Also, I don't do set pieces myself. So, I don't know. Not necessarily inevitable. Obviously, don't give away the corner and so on and so forth. But I remember that he's a very capable player. You can also probably guesstimate by the wage. Also, he's 34. He'll decline fairly soon. I should do what? The corner instructions, but in this case it wouldn't matter. Let's have a look at him again. Yeah. I don't deal with set pieces anymore because it's so annoying to set it up all the time. But if I look at this goal again, let's see who's around. And more importantly, who's on the pitch. Okay. Bakrula. Is that the near post? Ahmad Nizam? Well, he's a little bit misplaced. Mahazir is straight at him. So that's not the issue. The central defender is paired up with him. It's just... But in this case, I don't think it's about the instructions. He's a 12-point jumper, so... well, either he lost him due to bad movement, or he might have been muscled off the ball. It's really hard to judge from the match engine, I think. Or maybe it's about the positioning. But in the end, it's not about jumping. And we don't have anyone better to mark him. So I don't think that's one that goes down as tactical problem, if that makes sense. Maybe we will see a repetition of this, I doubt it though. There's not that many players that have that amount of jumping. Then we didn't concede for a while. And we have the 2 goals conceded against Johor DT. So let's have a look at them, even if it's painful. Ramdani runs down the left. This is their... That's a back 4, right? More or less. This is a striker? Not sure. Oh, this might be a 4-3-3. Like, I don't know. Yeah, second ball, okay. So... Theoretically, we did defend well. We just didn't pick up the ball afterwards. Watch this again. Could have avoided the cross here. Baru was there to mark him though, so that's not the issue. Yeah. That's... Here he is. That's a common theme, isn't it? You're correct. So this is the first time we see it. Yep, this is the first time we see it. I realized that this will be a common theme, because I watched a few of these scenes, but this is the first time we see it. So, are you actually tracking this? In that case, please, you know, first time left 6 missing due to pressing too much. No, but that's fair. It's not his job. Actually, Elbok is running back with Chalil, so but he's supposed to be a striker. The left 6 is just missing. So also he's in nowhere land. There's nothing here. Exactly, the left 6 should be there, because this is useless. It doesn't help. There's enough people to cross down Ramdani. We don't need a third and a fourth. Actually, Ankun's marking his man. So for Zakaria to close him down from way over there is stupid. We can probably... No, we can't. Can't we go back? A little bit. Well, I got it. You know, the numbers don't matter much to me anyway. We're talking about Zakaria, the left central, yeah, left DM. Sorry, I misphrased it. So in this situation, it's still fine. Ankun closes down the man here a little bit. Baru's there. So Ankun picks up Endrick, and now he shifts too much over. He's free already. So even in this situation, this is dangerous. Obviously, this comes with added, how do I put this? There's not much space here due to Zakaria being around, so passes and stuff probably wouldn't work. They need to cross. But now he's caught way out of position. And Elbak doesn't follow Jalil that much, as we'll see pretty soon. Here, he drifts forward after the ball is won because he thinks the ball has been won. So that's that. Okay. Anyway, left DM. His fault. Closed down too much. So that's something to learn already. And the other goal here. That's a counter attack. That happened after we went all the way attacking. So first of all, this is whatever they call Restverteidigung in English. Last ditch defense, blah, whatever. Yes, quite sure. We would need to watch the replay again, but I'm quite sure that we went. Yeah, I realize. But I think we wanted the next win, because we got all the wins prior to that, and we did have good experiences with pressing more and creating chances. I think we were on attacking. Sure. Well, maybe. Yeah, it was a set piece. It was a set piece. No, I'm 90% that we were attacking. If not, well, we probably weren't very attacking. But I think we were attacking. Against Strohord, it's also... It's not equal skill. But we would need to watch the replay. Yes, but it... Well... It shifts with the approach that we take tactically. So you have a point there, but then again, maybe I shouldn't have gone attacking in this case. On the other hand, we were gambling. So let's just go to the next goal. By the way, this is not different from last season. Last season was entirely done by... The set pieces were entirely done by the assistant manager too. And that went totally fine. But it's not sure if this guy is there to pick up the ball in that situation. Also, again, in an attacking approach, I think it's reasonable to gamble for this. We gambled, we lost. That happens. Then against Carini, nobody scored. Just want to open the result again. I did the comments on this video recently. This is one of the worst matches ever for us. 2.6 expected goals. 2 penalties not done. Or no, not converted. Whatever. That was... I don't know how that happened. That's an issue. Match against Cushing, we conceded once. Baru scored a nice goal, I watched that recently. And then this one's a penalty. So, not much to see here. The more important part is how did we concede the penalty? Maybe. Wrong menu. So far, everybody could have fouled him. Who cares? Would have been alright. Here. In the center. So, he was out of position. These two cover. That's alright. Maharzir is caught behind the striker. I'm not sure what to say about that. Sure. Baru's here. Left back is here. The left back picks up one of the other ones here. Diego. Diego's here. Yes. That was one of these matches that... Yeah, you're correct. So, Zakaria didn't play. That's true. So, his defensive capabilities were not exactly impressive anyway. Yeah, correct. Amamu picks, tries to step forward here and then goes back to recover for it. But the issue here is not Yap Jonathan. You could argue that Amamu would be needed in the middle. True. Well, that's too far. Selbok here. Diego presses real high. That's the issue here. Second defensive midfield is missing again, right? The pass obviously would have been played either way. I don't think that's the issue necessarily, but if Diego would have been placed here, but this passing combination wouldn't have happened if Diego was around. I think you can make a second mark for left defensive midfielder steps out of position. At least from my perspective. And the rest of it is coping with it. So the ball winning midfielder is an issue here. It's interesting to see. Fair. Then again, yep, Jonathan is so young. He's just inconsistent primarily. You can also see that in the average rating, I think. Well, first of all, his form is horrible. And that did not... It was 6.6 back then. That was the match against Cushing. Look at it. He didn't get any better ever since. I think I'll lower the pressing. Well, maybe we should lower the pressing overall and try to bait him a little more. Play less aggressive, but in particular the left defensive midfielder seems to be an issue. Let's continue watching this stuff. It will probably become fairly clear. So against Phuket Tambun we conceded twice. We scored 5. So let's have a look how we conceded twice. That's twice Shamshuddin. I don't know what this is, might have been a penalty. Free kick. That's just better movement. Yes, true. But as I said, Diego could have avoided the pass whilst being in position. Or, well... Okay. Hi. I'm a sexy boy, I guess. That is no longer true for me. I probably, at this point, I've grown up. Welcome to the stream anyway. I don't know, Mace, do you consider yourself still a sexy boy? No. There is a website called Guide to FM that includes all of the the hidden tactical instructions for the roles. Let me go to something that's easy to understand. What do I know? For example, a roaming playmaker. Well, any playmaker. For any playmaker, there's a hidden instruction that doesn't show up here, that the players force their passing down to them. So that's specifically that's a hidden instruction. There is also, in case of the roaming playmaker, a hidden instruction to run around with the ball more. So you can cope with that by including dribbling less, but it doesn't show here. Well, I don't know, ask SI. But there's a nice overview of this in, as I said, on Guide to FM. Just make sure to install an ad blocker first in your browser. I personally recommend uBlock Origin, because it doesn't come with bullshit. You know, whitelisting of certain ads and so on and so forth. So I'd recommend using that, and afterwards the website is fairly wide. There's no bullshit on it anymore. Then you can use it. Guide to FM is great. Overall.
Hey, yet another member for the fan club.
You're welcome. You're welcome back anytime to ask any more questions. Also, you're welcome to stick around. So, what was he prior to that? Segundo Volante, right? For example, Segundo Volante is also fairly easy. He darts forward a lot. It doesn't say gets further forward here. But he's basically a box-to-box midfielder from the M position. And, well, it doesn't show. So you gotta learn about the rules. Anyway, where were we? Phuket Tambun. So that free kick, maybe we shouldn't have given them the free kick, but that stuff happens. And in this specific situation, who's this? Yeah, well, such stuff exists, right? I don't think there's a best formation. Depends on the team. Depends on I guess the expectation for the season. Depends on the league. Honestly, I couldn't tell. It depends. A lot of stuff in Football Manager is context sensitive. This Shamsuddin, we'll look him up now. I think Shamsuddin is fairly fast, if I recall correctly. Well, according to me, it's obviously 4-4-2. But, you know, everybody's got their favorites. Once you get into a club, try to see what's available and what they're good at. And if that points to a 5-4-1, whatever, you pick that. You may reshape the club later. Well, quite literally reshape. So, where was I? Bukit Tambun. Shamsuddin. Yeah. Seriously? Well, in that case, Mace, don't you worry, McDonald's ad will be there for you later, in approximately 8 hours and 25 seconds. Not 8 hours, 8 minutes and 21 seconds now. That's how it works, sorry. But Shamsuddin, the one that scored, has very good off-the-ball movement, acceleration, pace and finishing. Also good first touch. Not that it matters much. In this situation, I think he's one of the best in the league. So losing his man, that might happen. And losing a heading duel in a free kick situation, that might happen too. This goes down as, well, sure, we could have avoided that with better skill. This is the Liga Super in Malaysia, as the name says. And we are halfway through the season and we're trying to analyze the goals conceded. Because, well, we conceded 14 goals, and given that we conceded less last season, overall we conceded 19, but at halftime, we are looking, what's the problem? We got better playing material, we also changed the formation, and it seems like we found some defensive, defensive errors obviously too, but also some defensive vulnerabilities that are actually within the tactic, that are inherent to the tactic. Sometimes I have a little bit of an issue phrasing stuff. I'm a foreign speaker after all. So if that's something that appeals to you, feel free to stick around and maybe you can have a comment too. I'm always welcome to have insights into whatever happens on the pitch. Okay, so the penalty, I don't care about that. Obviously the penalty got conceded, that's not the issue. I'm more interested in how. Alright. So, Mace and myself are from Germany. So, I don't know. As long as you don't have an issue with that, what happened now? Let's go back. Kinda close, true. You would have appreciated last installment of Football Manager, I think. We did, last installment of Football Manager, we spent the majority of the time with Jidde Hockdal's IK in Sweden. That's it. Jidde Hockdal's IK never answered me about using a picture of their Facebook profile of the stadium. It's a really nice picture. Also tiny club in Sweden, if you don't know. Jidde Hockdal is like 250 people or something. So not that many inhabitants. Like the village, not a club. Anyway, we didn't get them to agree. Yeah, stadium. It's more like muddy, whatever. But it's pretty. The picture's pretty. And they never answered me, so I had to take a picture that is available under the Creative Commons license. And well, the only one available with some snow on it was from Norway. So I probably alienated 2 nations at the same time there. That said, it's still all on YouTube. So if you're interested in that, it was great. Up until we got fired. But we made it all the way to the second league from the fourth. Given that, you know, Gidda Hockdal is in the middle of nowhere, I'm kind of proud of that. Why doesn't it play? I take too long, don't I? It simply doesn't play. Okay, it's not part of the highlight. Well, yes, maybe. So it's your fault? Not sure. Then again, and seen from that perspective, we had another regular round prior to that. You can... But didn't I? Here. It might be a little bit too far, but we'll watch it anyway. So he takes a long kick. Yeah, I did that. It might be a little bit too much now, but we'll just continue watching it. Wait a second. No, man. Clicking on the ball. This is the penalty. So, a long ball towards Fakrullah. There you go. What do we have here? A roaming ball winning midfielder. And now Fakrullah faces the one-on-one again. Maybe he would have been a little bit further outside if Zakaria would have been a little bit closer. Yeah, but it's not that bad. But if we go back just half a second. See? So he receives the ball, and Zakaria... He tried to press up front though. That's Juan. Yep, Jonathan also comes inside and tries to press. So I don't think that's much of an issue. Pressing was there, Zakaria just didn't help. And to be fair, Zakaria wouldn't be unable to defend this either way. Was a nice lob. Fakrullah lost his man, and that's a penalty. So it's also bad tackling by Fakrullah. I seem to recall that Fakrullah was on hard tackling in some of these matches. He was the left one here. And I forgot the specific instruction that was left over from, I don't know, somebody else. It said tackle harder here. Because we had somebody with 12 points of tackling in there. So I'd say maybe that goes down that lane too. So it's a bit my fault. And well, what was the other one? Oh yeah, the other one was the free kick. So 2 set pieces. To be fair, not sure how we would defend those. Yeah. You can't defend them all, right? You can't avoid them all. Some of these you gotta concede. But it's quite obvious that Zakaria is there. Well, or sometimes it's just missing here. Now, to be fair, that's kind of the opposite of survivorship bias, I guess. We don't... Yeah, true. But we don't know for sure how many of these situations he won the ball back higher up on the pitch. So it might be that he wins, like, I don't know, 70% of these situations he wins the ball back up front. I doubt it, but it's a possibility. To be fair, also the wingers in either of these situations don't support well. So that's an issue too. Let's have a look at these. Minute 11. There's a theme here, isn't it? Yeah, he's in the middle of the pitch again, and there's Razali. 2 minutes 11. 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 Of course. And that's an easy one now. Yeah. That gets done at Zakaria train. Or, you know, the defensive midfielder is an issue train. So, it's my fault. And that one? Loaded cross towards Usman. Jonathan heads it out. So far so good. I mean, theoretically Zakaria is to blame here too. Yeah, but that's just Fakrola. We can't deal with all of it. So it might be lapses in concentration there. Fakrola's concentration is 3, right? No, it was 5. Not much better though. I do think in both of these situations a more static defender would have helped a little bit. So we were here. Not that many goals left. We started and now we'll do it again. Okay, let's watch it again. So, Zakaria is out here marking Nitmat. That's not the issue. He's well marked too. This guy is a bit of an issue. Loses his man. He plays a wonderful pass. And obviously Badru Resham's not there to defend it either. This actually I blame on Zakaria personally, because he was close to his man. He lost his mark. Well, even Zakaria is bound to have issues after all. He's also a very inconsistent player, I'd never really realized. True. But I think this is still one of these matches where we played with a normal defensive line. Here, well, yeah, they do some. It's Maharzir that's caught out of position. You wanna take a guess about Maharzir's positioning? You probably know already, right? That's quite obvious here. So I blame it on that. Yes. But it's Maharzir's fault. He doesn't he avoids the offside situations here. And Maharzir's positioning is a whole friggin' 6 points. That's just what it is. So that goes down his lane in that situation. Quite interesting how much you can see if you talk about it and watch these scenes. Thank you very much, this is really helpful. Maybe. Maybe. In this case though, everybody pushed up but Maharzir. Or they pushed up enough, I would say. They could have pushed up more, but at least they pushed up enough. Maybe they realized that Maharzir doesn't follow, whatever. Tiranganu, 2 goals conceded. This is starting to get painful. So that's a penalty. Gotta see how it was caused. The penalty itself is not that impressive. Is it here? After corner. Great. That was Amamu's fault, right? No. Elbok. Elbok pushed somebody. Okay, that can always happen. Obviously it shouldn't, but it can happen. Yeah. That one I don't think I want to deal with. And that's another corner. Modrani, the goal scorer. Seems like a tall guy. Where is he? Came from the bench, it seems. No? Oh, there he is. 17-year-old, 8 to 15 jumping reach, 6 to 15 strength. Good heading skill. Good movement. Well, not good off the ball movement. Good acceleration and pace. 1 meter 93. I think I will probably ignore that one. Obviously, we can always argue that we should have 20 points of jumping on each central defender, but if we don't use Ahmad in these situations, we don't stand a chance. That just happens. But I feel it's not useful to replace a central defender with somebody that can do nothing but jump. So we can probably keep it as it is. I just realized we look at all of the cup goals conceded too. Doesn't matter much. 4. This will be painful. So this is where we started the tactical tinkering. Pressing more and so on. Jonathan caught out here without any useful, well, occupation. Wow. There's just too much space on this side. But what's very impressive is all of the goals have been conceded on that side so far. All of the ones that did not come from set pieces. Did you realize that so far? Yeah. I have no idea how much 30 yards are though. He's in position here. To be fair, that's also a wide pitch. Here. Oh, the first goal. Yeah. Let's watch this one first, now that I have it open. So Harsi tracks back. Yep, Jonathan doesn't close down the man. Bakrula, Maharzir again here. He tracks back way faster than the rest. Now he's somewhat in position. Faces two people at the same time. Bakrula doesn't intercept this ball, it would have been his job. Wait. So which one now? Which one do you prefer? Yeah, exactly. Bakrula's marking is fairly okay, I think. 13. Okay, so an issue with Bakrula's marking here. We might have coped with that last season, but not really. Could have been that. But his positioning is even worse. Doesn't make sense. We played Maharzir on the left for the majority of last season, but I don't know how he dealt with it. Well, he dealt with it because there was an additional man, most likely. I don't think so. Well, yes, 2, but Zakaria was in the middle last time, and we had Diego in front of him. So Diego covered the space. Well, in a way. If Zakaria opens the space all the time here, and this is where we concede goals, we just close the space. So that might mean anchorman or something. Then obviously we need to deal with the stuff up front. If we want a Malik / Ankun to dart forward anyway, which is entirely viable to a degree, we might, for example, drop him back on support and maybe Harsi too. So that might not look that exciting. Obviously, yes. But we just make sure that Zakaria is not missing, and then we'll see how it goes. That might reduce the amount of goals conceded in that area already. He's not a bad defender, necessarily. And, well, he might be defensive midfielder, for example. It's not bad either. I doubt that Maharzir would be much better on this side. Obviously, they are different players, but there it was. Maharsir's mentals and, well, his aerial skill is better. He's not that much of a defender, at least according to this. We may also look at the stats here. So marking is fairly similar. Movement overall, Fakrula's a bit faster. Mahazir has a bit better acceleration and, well, definitely better jumping. And the better mentals. He has no positioning whatsoever though, in comparison to Fakrula. It might be personality, man. So it might be attributes after all. But we can't tell from here. Well, to be fair, we know one thing. Mahasir's performances in training have been slightly better than the rest of the squads. So we assume that either he has some sort of ambition or some sort of professionalism. That's an assumption. I don't know for sure. Both are balanced and media friendly, so we can't tell anything from that. But from what we've witnessed so far, I would assume that Mahasir has a slightly better personality than Fakrula. I might be entirely wrong. Might be the lack of consistency or whatever. That's actually... Mahasir doesn't enjoy big matches. There's no notion of consistency here. Yes, of course. And Fakrula actually is considered to be a fairly consistent performer and he enjoys big matches. So I blame personality. Not this part though. The rest of it. It might also be, well, it might be the mentals simply, or just pure physical force. Sheer force. Okay. Not much to learn from there. Yes. Let's go back to this. So that was against Sabah. First goal. Yeah. He's very wide. I'm shooting my own foot here, because I like the role, but is this wingback behavior? But a wingback has no instruction to stay wider. Not why, whilst we are out of position. I don't think he has. Flank rolls. Going back. The wingback has a hidden instruction to make more darting forward runs. Let's go back and see. What's this match? No. Well, yes. 4-4 to diamond. Might explain why he's a little bit confused. He doesn't really have anyone to cover. Yeah. And in attacking wide, but in defense in the middle. Yeah, correct. Force the turnovers in the middle. So that they get more closer together. But, well, no. Give me a second. But if we force play through the middle, I'm always confused by this. Ever since they changed the way it's instructed, this is not self-explanatory to me. Trap inside means that the pressing trap is in the middle of the pitch, so they funnel the ball into the middle of the pitch and first turnovers there. But this is the wrong instruction for us. We would want to funnel the play wide. Correct? Against a 4-4-2 diamond, we would want it to look like this. Because out there... But this is about where we funnel the opponent. And where we force the turnover. It's not about where there's enough people on the pitch. We try to force them into this area. If we try to force them through the middle, that's exactly where they want to play. Well, then the instruction is just confusing to me. The description says otherwise. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I don't understand. It doesn't make much sense. Funneling the ball into wide areas, specifically says here. So the pressing trap forces them to play the ball wide. I don't think that's how it works. I think they sit wide. No, but actually I think it works the other way. And hopefully I can explain. Let me try to phrase that. So if we trap inside, it asks the team to set a pressing trap designated to funnel the ball into central areas and force turnovers into advantageous areas. The advantageous area in this situation would be in the middle. That's where we force the turnover. Which means we'll leave the middle open to funnel play there, because we know that we can force the turnover there. That also means there's more space in the middle. In other words, the defenders are wider at the start and then they press into the middle. Going like, I don't know, like this. So from wide areas, that. But if we say trap outside, they would remain closer together and then press towards the lines. Is that how it works? So it's exactly the opposite. I think. Sure, can be the description that's faulty. Or we just didn't understand correctly. And I'm definitely to blame here. So in that case, that would say that we would need to trap outside against a 4-4-2 diamond. Because they don't have players there that are good at running and crossing and stuff. We just force them to the outside and so they get away from the goal. And that definitely didn't do that. And that would explain the 4 goals conceded. We gave them space. So is that what happened? This will forever be on the internet. Me trying to figure out what the instructions in Football Manager mean. Well, the middle was open, that's for sure. And if I look at that, that's well, not strictly overloading the defense, but overloading central defenders for sure. So to funnel them to the inside maybe was wrong here. Let's have a look at this one. Same. Very large gap. He gets closed down because I think this is a personal instruction, by the way. That's a wingback, if I recall correctly. And there's the cross. It's also obviously a mistake in defense by whoever the defender was, I guess, for Krola. Yeah. So that's actually what I said, right? Or do I understand it wrong? They are not. Well, well, what we understand, well, how we interpret them is difficult. So, I guess my explanation got it right, to a degree. And also, your, you know, the one you just put on the Discord. That also is true. Well, anyway, now that we know it, we can deal with it next time. So, let's have a look at the last 2 goals here. We will probably see 2 other goals scored through the middle. It's good to know that we made it worse, though. In this case, so much space. I don't think that's your fault. To be honest, I think it's quite incomprehensible too. And then there's also the language barrier. So... And then we have the last one. Well, obviously morale was at rock bottom too in this situation. Again. To be fair, Sabah also have a very strong squad this season. Well, Omar didn't make the difference, but the rest of them, they are 3rd right now. Yeah, but he always is. And in this case, he followed our instructions, most likely. So, not sure what to make of it. Let's have a look at the last 2 here. Both conceded both conceded an extra time. Minute 93 against Kelantan. Huh. What's going on here? Zakaria is no longer on the pitch. Malek does make the same mistakes, it seems. Fakrullah closes down the midfielder. Central defender's missing. Malek doesn't pick it up. To be honest, I don't know who you're referencing though. No. Zakaria was off the pitch at that point. He was exhausted. This one. Yep, Jonathan again. That's Fakrullah. That's Malek. Who, that one? Singh? He's new. Winger. Fakrullah steps out. That's Malek. That's Yap Jonathan. That's Mustafa. Our backup central defender. So Malek isn't deep enough. Fakrullah stepping out is his fault, but he doesn't cover for him. Mustafa doesn't really close him down. To be fair, he has to mark his man. Ahmad Nizam's fault it isn't for sure. Ankun doesn't help anymore. Yep, Jonathan could try to tackle here immediately. Doesn't. He does try to tackle here. Fails at it. Same for Mustafa. To be fair, that's yet another occasion of the left defensive midfielder was in the wrong position. And let's have a look at the other one. Okay. There's nothing to be said here. I think, other than maybe don't give him the free kick. That's about it. So, how long did that take us? 1 hour. 1 hour of live analysis that came down to we conceded a free kick or two, and maybe after a corner or two, and maybe a penalty or two. You can't really avoid those. Well, you can avoid some of them, obviously, and it's important, but that's it. So that's what we need to cope with. And the other part is, I want to go back in this. Yeah. I didn't count, but it might have been at least 4. The other part is the lack of creativity in some of these matches. And I think we are trying to attack too much. We are going for too much penetration in a possession-based system. So I might hate it or not, whatever, but they penetrate too much because Ankun is one more penetrating player, which is fine, also by Juan Servan. That might well work, but we need to increase supply in that case. So we need creativity, and if the creativity doesn't come from the middle of the pitch, from deeper positions, it needs to come from wider positions. So I would argue, first of all, him being a little bit further back, and second of all, most likely this guy on support. Same here. So maybe we drop them back to a supporting role. That's not a big issue. They're not necessarily bad at supporting. Also, they might help in defense a little more. So the alternative obviously is to put Juan on either, well, advanced playmaker, I don't think is a good role for him. I still don't consider that to be more viable than the other one. But he might also be the box standard role. Attacking midfielder support. That said, attacking midfielder on support does not dart forward that much. I don't know if that's what I want. And a part of me wants to make Shadow Striker work at some point on some player. So I'd like for him to remain a Shadow Striker, but that's just a personal preference. I know. But I think we try to use these as wingers a little bit more. Or maybe on as wingers, as supporting wingers a little bit more. So without to get further forward and so on and so forth. So they will cross from a little deeper. That's not much of an issue though, I think. So we will have less goals by Baru, but if we make up for it by conceding less goals, I'm fine with it. And they do have good crossing overall, so they may find ways from deeper areas. There's also more of an opportunity for the wingbacks to be included in that case. Given that Aman Nizam's skill improved recently, we might put him back to support duty in that case. He was on defend because he wanted to cover for the Segunda Volante that darts forward. If we put Baru on support, maybe they together can work it out. I don't know yet. Also, obviously, Ankun going back to deep lying playmaker is also a thing. That said, Ankun on the deep lying playmaker duty, he still has no balance and he will never get it. In this role, well, at least he's missing something else too. I don't know. Not excited by either way. Ankun, from my perspective, does not necessarily belong in defensive midfield. We can still try to use him as an inside forward at some point. But he's no good finishing either. So, that was a lot. I will go to the kitchen and grab whatever it's called, carafe. A pitcher of water. That's in the fridge. I'll be back. So, see you on the other side. Okay, so I found water. So what did I just say? This can probably go away in general. If we play shorter passing, higher tempo, so on and so forth. This all is fine. I'm not so sure about the regrouping here anymore. May still be a good idea. We do score enough, so we want to avoid conceding more often than not. And for these four to press on their own is probably not a good idea. Well, actually, Zakaria helped, but we know how that turned out. So, in that situation, let's use a winger on support on both sides for now. Put him on support. It may still be alright. Is anchor too much? What's the instruction of an anchor man? Shoot less often? Yeah, he's bad at that. Dribble less? He's bad at that. Take fewer risks. I mean, he can play a pass. So I'm not sure if I like that. Full position? Definitely. That would be very useful. That's exactly what we want from him. And we know that his positioning is bad, but he'll get that sooner or later. If I go back to central midfield roles, I guess it is. An anchorman does come with decreased pressing intensity. A defensive midfielder does come with nothing from that perspective. So it might be that the anchor is not enough pressing, the other extreme, giving them too much space. To be fair, that can be changed. And the lack of creative passing is not much of an issue. We want to retain possession first and foremost. It's a feature, not a bug. So I would argue the general position here should be anchorman all of a sudden. And well personalized, there's not much of a difference, is there? Depends on the tackling, obviously. Because there's no instruction to tackle harder here. Box standard defensive midfielder, he's a shitty tackler. And not good defending. Doubt. He does have very good vision. Passing, first touch. Sure, we can use that otherwise. We also know that a little bit further forward, he is perfectly capable of playing these penetrating passes. So I won't watch 29 goals now. But given that I was forced to watch a few of my streams lately, Ankun up front most likely is responsible for a ton of Baru's goals. At least half of it. It's the combination usually is Ankun plays a pass between the in the half space. Ankun attacks the half space and then plays a pass towards Baru, who just cuts inside from there. So the combination Ankun plus Baru is responsible for some of the goals. I'm not sure if I want to take that away for now. And he does track back enough. That's also something that's, I think, noteworthy. Whilst he's further up on the pitch, Well, I mean, I guess the right side worked. We can also keep it as it was, like this. In that case, we did not have issues here, right? We had issues with balls played from here over there, and Zakaria was missing. So now that Zakaria is not missing anymore, supposedly, theoretically we can keep it like this. It's a bit asymmetrical, but whatever. Doesn't matter much, if that's what we play, or how we play. Now Harsey tracks back a little bit too. Can we build better from the left now? Sure. Zakaria remains in the back anyway. Harsey's up front here, so he will remain a little bit further to the back. And these three should probably be able to build up play. And maybe find Ankun. He's an 8 and with passing. Harsey's a 10. That's actually very useful. Farou's passing is shitty. Farou's more of a runner. So we utilize them in a way that fits their skills. Theoretically. Alright, let's talk about this though. I'm not sure if the lower defensive line of last time is a good idea. I might set this back to balanced overall. Because now that we realize that it's Zakaria's fault that there's a gap there, I'm not sure if I want to have a deeper block all the time. And the trapping here, it depends on the opponent. We need to set this specifically. Triggering the press more often, I will take that back too. Didn't help much. I might be convinced to maybe step up a little bit more or a little bit less depending on the opposition. I think, well... I don't want to change too much. I think this might reshape it already. We basically coped with what was the biggest issue. And, well, I guess you know the servant arguments already. To be honest, I think as a playmaker-ish type, if we would use him as an advanced playmaker, first of all, there's barely a difference between the two in terms of capability. Second of all, I think passing is the least he can do. And that's not only passing, it's also his first touch is not impressive and his vision is an 8 only. And vision and passing are the only attributes that do not help with the shooting either. So, from a perspective of a goal scorer, yeah, his finishing is bad. His long shots is a little bit better. But the finishing is as bad as his passing. First touch is same amounts of bad in either situation. And anticipation and composure, that's the same attribute in either situation too. So, I would argue he would need to train this or that. Either the finishing or the passing. To be a really good option in either of these roles. But we train him with the heading and the bravery for now. Is this a good idea? Actually, we don't anymore. But why? I mean, I guess yes. An attacking midfielder or an attack. Still takes more passing risks. Shoots less often, apparently. Oh, that's a playmaker, never mind. My bad. Sorry. Yeah, so then we can instruct him to do passing risks. So now we can tell him play less risky passes, and he can still dribble more. Stuff like that. Still gets further forward. To be fair though, even as a shadow striker, the passing seems to be the more important attribute. Then again, Even if he has low passing skill, we want him to play risky passes. Otherwise, we have no penetration anymore. In the positions where he is, he needs to try, even if it's a low percentage. So from that perspective, seriously, I just think we can keep him as he is. It doesn't matter. I want to keep him there. It doesn't say he shoots more or something, so that's not really relevant to me. That said, he does come in goal-scoring situations fairly often. So I would argue it's maybe a good idea for him to train this, after all. Who knows, he did develop a lot. So maybe he gets a point here and there and the entire debate is useless. And Elbach, well, we have the stuff with the inside forward going. So sure, we can change him. That said, 6 goals in 13 appearances is still okay. And then there's just Ankun. And as I said, I think he proves to be viable up front. So I don't necessarily see the benefit in changing that. Other than if we play a more defensive-minded situation, formation. Let me go to that's bad as an example. He would be anchorman here now. That all is okay. We could try defensively do this. There you have it. Defensively, I want to go for 4-4-2. Do they track back enough? Sure hope they do. It's a weird one. Due to much room in the middle, correct? Oh. Well, but I mean, theoretically, we can just keep him up there. But I think they provide a valuable addition here as defensive wingers, and the defensive winger will still run with the ball. We can also just keep him here. They'll walk up front. So chances are that Elbak Chakzel would track back a lot, and Juan too. But Elbak would actually help out in defense, and Juan would just roam around. So we would have one attacking player and half a player that would help him, and the wingers would probably go down their lanes too. Ankun, on the other hand, would play a more direct pass here. He would try to look for the killer ball from a deep position, and that's totally what we're going for. In transition, we would not we would regroup, I guess, but we would counter. Yes, exactly. Lower defensive line, I'm not so sure about. It's a very it's a very counter-attacking focused situation formation, I think. It's and to be fair, it is all defensive. That's what we're going for in this kind of formation. Don't concede. Sometimes that might be viable. I'm not saying we play that all the time. It's just I want to set it up. And then I want to set up this beauty. So, given that we have something that is very defensive, we also need something that's very attacking. And I think I already figured out how that will be. We'll play him as a ball-winning midfielder. We'll play him... DLP and support in midfield. We keep him on attack. Put him on support. Put in the overlap as a default. Play wider, exactly. Still roll it out. Counter press here. It's all good. I guess we could try to distribute to the playmaker. Doesn't matter much. Very high defensive line. Get stuck in. Trigger press. Don't know about that. Yeah. True. That's true. 100%. Yeah, we're still talking about this formation, obviously. Sure, that's 100% true. But, well, what's the alternative? We may also use Baru and Harsi, for example, as wingers on support. I mean, I guess the placement on the pitch doesn't matter much. But does a defensive winger come with hidden instructions other than tackling? Like rules. Let me have a look. The only thing that is different on a defensive winger is a hidden player instruction to significantly increase pressing intensity. The rest of it is visible. But I don't want him to be the playmaker, that's the issue. I want Ankun to be the playmaker because he can play that pass. He has all that's needed for it. I want him to play an even longer pass, not a shorter pass towards Juan, and then he will pick Elbug. True, that's Ankun. No. How do I phrase this? I want Nuri Shahin, not Mario Götze. Is that understandable? Probably not a fair assessment of the two players. Yes, true. That also means there's a lot of space. And we still have two moderately fast players here. I don't know. Let's see, man. We're discussing stuff that we might figure out or not. But inviting all that pressure, that makes it very likely that all of these guys, well, these two probably track back a little bit, but in the middle, chances are they overcommit. So a long ball might be entirely possible here. I think I want to try. We might figure it out in time. Obviously this one is the most important formation though, so... We'll still primarily train this. And then we'll see. So not much changed, but then Zakaria is starting to learn how to be an anchor. Man. And we also had somebody else like this, right? Ushindi. Same. I also put Harsey on support duty, so let's train him like that. Not much of a difference. He's very good at most of what he does now, there, most of the attributes. We may obviously want to increase his balance and his stamina, but balance comes with agility training, not sure how to deal with that. Stamina comes with work rate training. We could try to go first touch and dribbling. Or even decisions composure, despite not being relevant for the role theoretically. Decision making is really bad on him though. And composure might still be useful. Not sure if I necessarily agree with the bravery and heading now that he's a little bit deeper. Vision is also fairly low, man. No, I think stamina maybe. Let's do that. Where is it? What's the issue with Baru? He's trying to learn how to play a pass. Well, that would be useful. So that also means Jason Singh probably needs to play in a deeper position. At least for now. Shouldn't be a big issue. Passing work rate is fairly low. I guess we go for passing here though, in that situation. The anticipation is not a primary concern anymore, at least according to the attribute profile. Obviously anticipation helps either way. Okay, whom did I forget? He still trains the same way. Well, he shouldn't. That. Ahmad Nissam still on defend. Yep, Jonathan still on support, yes. I hope that this helps. Also, Amamu will be back, so we might not see Fakrullah on the pitch in the end. Great, I should probably save this. If the game crashes now, I will be devastated. Oh. We also offer the contract to whom? Oh, that's a 16-year-old. He wants 20 to 30 euros a week. Not sure if I can afford that. You gotta be kidding me. Really? That's good money. Oh, here it says 70 to 100 though. He wants a youth contract. Ha! Ah, sure. Sure, man. Of course. No, we want to keep him. We need him. I can't. Youth contract is 25, always. But we can offer him a professional contract as soon as he turns 17 now. Save some money whilst we're at it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I think I offered him for... How much was it? They offered 11.5 and I wanted 12. Let's try 11.5 it again. Maybe 11 only. Just want to sell him. Really. I wanted to get some money. It might have been about the future, the percentage of the next sale fee here. Great. Ouch. Sprained knee ligaments. At his age? That's bad. How did that happen? Susceptibility to injury is high on him? Since when? Well, now for sure. Well, one central defender comes back, the other one goes down. Amamu's available. Should probably play him. He's entirely unsharp though. Maybe give him 45 to 60 minutes as starter. Next up is Armed Forces. Yeah. Anything worth mentioning here? Not sure. He's fairly fast. I seem to remember that person. That's at home. We'll do the standard tactic. We'll do the standard tactic and then we'll see how it goes. That said, he won't be around, so I guess Ushindi makes an appearance. And we will need to sort the bench out. Did I save the match? Match the game? Or did I forget that? Okay, good to know. But he's available. Right. Now they all want him at the end of his contract. Sabah defeated Johor DT in the Shupi Piala FA. So, what's that, a final? No. Semi-final. Clearly sassy. Okay. I don't think we have much to say about him so far. Christopher's back in training. And we signed somebody for 25 euros. A week. Till 2029. I'm so excited. Now we just need to slap him into a mentoring group that fits his skill. Well, or his lack of personality, I guess. He was put into the under-21s immediately. And what do we focus on? Off the ball movement, but the rest is fine. Technical attributes in general seem an issue. Great. We will register him for the senior squad if I can find him. Where is he? What? Why is he not in here? Here he is. For the under 21s, that is. Squad registration. We have all of that. Here. Maybe I just didn't see it right now. He doesn't care. So I'll get number 39. And who can welcome him? He's balanced and level-headed. So I guess Ankun should do it. Yeah. And we'll use Zakaria for the other one. Where is he? Zakaria, where did you go? Here. Right. Yeah. He's pro and level-headed. And the new guy, whatever his name was, Jason Singh. He's also pro and level-headed, so hopefully that helps. We now have 2 professional level-headed players in the squad. Both of them are 18 years old. Oh, come on. We'll try 11. No, we'll try 10. Alright, we also give Vandal Pegagoid 45 minutes. Hopefully that helps a little bit with the recovery. If he hurts himself again, then... well, does it matter anymore? That looks really impressive. Also, it'll be a while. That'll be at the end of the season when he leaves. Mm-mm. This is all sorted now. We do have our backup. He was the one with 3 points of concentration, so I guess we take Paprula. Malek, Singh, Da Costa Lima, Alex Rai. Christopher would be available for the left wing to be favored over Singh. Or we give him a few minutes. He'll move out anyway, doesn't he? There's an offer has been made. No. He joins them at the end of the season. So there's no use playing Da Costa Lima anymore. He can go wherever he wants. We'll use Nerd still as the Christopher. And that means that, well, we have a left-footed and a right-footed player on the pitch that just none of them can play on the right wing. But we don't care. We'll just play them there anyway if it comes to it. So that means here there's a right back missing and a playmaker-ish type. Playmaker-ish type is out 2 to 4 weeks. The right back is this guy. I guess it will be Van Lalpika. Obviously not a playmaker-ish type, but just want somebody on the bench. He can also play on the right wing, come to think of it. So it's not optimal, but it'll do. No. C# at all. Played a few minutes recently, apparently. Interessant. Well, we knock off the price too much. It's probably no good either. Great. Never played outside Australia. Susceptibility to injury is no average. Not much of a personality. Could be a decent replacement for Baru. He's not much better or worse though. He may be way more expensive and he's a foreign player. So I think I'll put him into the under 21s for now. We'll have a look. Is it just me or is this guy fantastic? So far. It does seem to be limited to last month, though. That's not bad. I'm sorry to say, Jinsoo Sim didn't do well recently. 6.68. I don't think he'll play today. Mario stats 7.55 so far. He played 2 matches and never conceded a goal. Sure, that might have been a bit lucky, but I think he'll play today. Oh no, we have one foreign player too much, so that's Van Lalpeka. Seems like the playing time helps a little bit. Same here. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are we? And furthermore, how confident are we that we will win this due to the tactical changes? Apparently he thought his defensive performance was fine. Alex Rai came on, didn't have a single shot. He doesn't like being criticized. Juan won 8 out of 9 headers. The only issue is he misplaced them all. No, there's no Imperius in the air here. Jason Singh came on in minute 90, had a horrible game. Not a single chance created. Play. Yep, Jonathan did. Not that it helped him in any way. Zakaria 6.8. Didn't create much though. Yeah, Griggs. Malek didn't play. Nizam did. No issues with his performance in the last match against Kelantan, I think. Ankun barely created anything. Hopefully it'll get a bit better in the future. Peru, well, could have been better. Chin system is an easy one, he conceded twice. He was out. Elbuk. He had 2 shots, that's it. At least he agrees. Bakrula, 2 out of 2 tackles. Well, I seem to recall, now that we watched it recently, that he made a mistake in defense. That said, it doesn't show here. And I doubt that he will accept it. So, I'll be a little bit funny, I'll praise his tackling. And then we move on. Manuel Pica didn't play. He did. Created a chance. I guess the passing's alright. As Nodin came on late. Didn't create much. Mahazir, 7.1. Well, apparently it wasn't his fault that we conceded. That was the keeper, right? Yep. So, we made it all the way. Morale isn't perfect. In fact, far from it. What do you think about the team talk? The excitement is tangible. Okay. Well, the last results have been a bit over the place. Mentoring group had an effect recently. Determination went down, okay. Who's he with? Elbuk. So at least the determination won't go down that much anymore. And in comparison to Elbuk, he might gain some loyalty. Okay, let's do tactics. So they play a 4-4-2. Where do we trap a 4-4-2? I guess in the middle. So we trap them on the inside. Yeah, we force him into the inside because on the inside we are 3 against 2 here. Theoretically. So we'll look at the central defenders. He can jump. He can jump. What's their positioning? 8. 13. Wow. The 9. Can also pass the ball. Dangerous. He can for sure. Knocks the ball past the opponent though. Well, we may create something from that. Who knows? He's left-footed only. Passing's low. Crossing's maybe a 7 or an 8. Unlikely to be that threatening. I think that's one that we can ignore. most of the time. In theory. He's right-footed only, so I guess we show him to the left. Chisel. Communication's very low. Passing's fairly low. Throwing is bad. Can kick the ball in a way. Composure's fairly low too. He might become nervous. That's sad. I'm not sure what to do about him. Modrafizal Roslan. Dribbling's a 5, bravery's 1 to 4, strength is a 3. This is a hard tackle for me. Passing seems to be fairly alright. He's right-footed, crossing's fairly low. He goes down the right and tries to cut... no, if he tries to cut inside, he will have a chance to pass the ball. So I'd rather not show him to the inside. To the outside though, well, he's fast enough, but he might have issues dribbling, so actually to the outside might be alright. I'll leave him as it is. And in general, yeah, hard tackles I said. Okay. Sorry, same. Also, on the physical side, he's not strong. Can't jump. Passing's fairly alright. Vision is okay. Somebody that needs to be marked, from my perspective. That guy has low passing, good vision though. Runs with the ball through center. Can't dribble though. So we trigger a press on him and tackle him hard. And I think we leave him open actually. He has the vision, but he might not be able to pull it off. And well, the composure is fairly low, the first touch is alright. He might have issues. 7 crossing, 9 passing. Very low first touch and composure. We'll take that off. Much better here. Alrightish here. Okay. Rosley. Low bravery, low strength, good dribbling though. And Rosman. Similar. I think these two need to be, well, we need to shut down supply basically. But I think we can do that more or less. Okay. No specific instructions about the crossing. We might go through the middle in this formation. On the other hand, Ushindi, sorry, is not known to be one of our best players. Alright. We do trap on the inside. Do we also play through the middle? I mean, we could. Looking at their defensive setup though, it feels like through the middle might be as viable as going down the wing. Well, I don't know about him. This one? That's impressive. I don't think so. Right. Let's go and see what the change does. Oh. So, we are at home. They are, what, 12th in the league? 12. So we're definitely favorites. At least Juan is expired. My god. At least Juan is inspired. Okay. That's it for now. So... That's great. Scheduled it exactly in the right way. So we would need an ad break, but I can only run it in 2 minutes, I think. I guess I will need to snooze 3 times in the first half, and then we'll have a longer break at in the middle. All right. I guess let's go. So, we face armed forces today. They traveled all the way to Kuching from Kuala Lumpur. On paper we are favorites, in practice we just changed the tactical setup. So who knows what will happen. Apparently not much for now. Other than this wonderful counter-attack? No. Bug. Good touch for Modfazile on the ball. My ad is about to start. No, go away. Ankun, Elbug. That turns out to be a better pass. Baru is all on his own. Runs past 2. 3. And Elbug doesn't manage to get his foot to the ball here. Wow. That could have been... That was as clear cut as it gets. Ankun... Just over. We'll encourage them. You can do this. The other chance would have been much better though. Long floated kick. We seem to pass through the opposition defense so far. Harsey goes past this man. Oh, what a bad pass. That would have been wonderful if it had found its goal. He's also out of position here. Gets back into it now. I think that's more of a lack of player skill though. Nice one. Anku got the ball. That's exactly what we want from him. Does Amamu still play as a ball-playing defender here? Yes, he does. Well, that's just not what we want. Good one. So far they didn't really have a chance, but I don't like the fact that they have such a lot of possession. They seem to win the ball back fairly easily. Interesting pass by Ushindi. Baru. Down the right again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes. That ends up with Harsey. Loaded cross. Goalkeeper forced to push it away. And whatever that was, yep, Jonathan, it was way misplaced. We do have scenes there. Oh! You gotta be kidding me. Elblock managed to hit the keeper from that angle. One takes the corner. Hars is on the ball now. One again. Long shot maybe? No. Now it's offside. Okay, who got the booking? The left one. I don't know what to do with that. Nice elbow. Real good recovery. Amamu on the ball now. Ushindi finds Ankun. He spreads play a little bit towards Ahmad Nizam, Baru, back to Ankun. This is exactly what we're looking for. This is why he still plays as a Segunda Volante. Juan. Well, could have been worse. Baru. What a nice combination out on the right wing. Ahmad Nizam, Baru and Ankun. I didn't really see it that way prior to today's stream, but this is a great combination overall, isn't it? Get it in there. He goes wide again. Mahazir. Okay. If that's it, we'll encourage them. Well recovered. They still didn't have a single chance so far. We should have scored the first. But as long as they don't have any chances, I think I consider myself to be happy with this. Performance overall seems to be okay. We'll get that goal sooner or later. Ankun towards Elbog. One runs. That's it though. Nice. One again, back to Jonathan, Ushindi. Is this offside? Oh. He would have hit the net though. That's not a bad play. Oh, we got lucky here. Ahmad Nizam again, Baru again, links play with Ankun. Will he play that one penetrating pass? No, not yet. Well, alright, it was a chance. Does this go outside? No, it doesn't. He doesn't win the ball back either. Amamu does though. Ushindi. Oh, he's a little bit misplaced out there, but whatever. That's better. Yeah, play it all the way through the middle. Exactly. Okay. Back to Ankun. Nice turn. Baru, can he get across inside against 3? No, he can't. One, that's well defended. Decent pass. Please, Mahazir, just retain possession, exactly. It's all fine. Should probably encourage them again. Maybe demand more. That said, they did have one scene so far. Sure, that could have been enough, but in aggregate, we are the better team here. We deserve to win this. Nice, floated cross. That'll be another corner. One takes the corner, floats it in. Amamu's too small, it seems. Or he didn't jump, or both. The defender puts the ball into touch. Yellow card for Sari now. Who's that? Midfielder. Ball-winning midfielder, it seems. Parsi out on the wing towards Ahmad Nizam. Goes past his man, and it's a corner. Damn, I was hoping for a penalty. Tucking the shirt or something. Then again, we're no good at taking penalties. Anku and Amamu over the goal. Well, Mahazir, will you find Ankun? Apparently not. Nadabul Ahmad Nizam. I like the fact that they play all the way through central defense though. With not much of a hurry. Other than this shot. I sometimes it feels like this is taken a bit hastily. On the other hand, we need to take our chances at some point. And all of these yellow cards will probably not help them either. No, Juan. Please don't give him a yellow. Okay. So that means that free kick is really dangerous. And we see why. That's it, halftime. Do I need to change anything? Anyone's got an idea? Doesn't seem like it. So I will tell them that I guess I will tell them this has not been good enough. Yeah. And everyone that does not have a green rating will get a telling about what they should do. And the rest of them here, you could be better. Here it is. That's the talk. Alright. As implied recently, we will now have a longer break because I didn't do one prior to the match. So, BRB. Not a single blurb was used today. I'm disappointed. Yeah, it might have been. There might have been a single blurb that got used today. At the start of the stream. The tactical discussion at the start might have chased away everyone that got in here. The whole 3 people. Not bad. Pick it up, Baru. He doesn't. Nice one. Ooh, that could have been so much better. Good recovery though. I like it overall. Very good. I'll encourage him again, given that we demanded more at halftime. Ushindi's pass isn't bad. Similarly, finds Ankun this time. Elbog. Elbog's not known as a passer. As a runner though, he would probably do, and that's another finish. Which means we get another corner. Can we finally tap a ball into the back of the net? Juan takes yet another corner. No, that's not a good one. RC... Ankun. Still Ankun. Let's play wide, cross from deep. That's another throw-in. Yeah, they are still in a good mood. Just 2 attacking? Don't think so. Yep, Jonathan towards Amamu. Ushindi, what a ball! Juan! Nice! Ah! Ankun! Juan with a floated cross. Does Harzi lose the ball? Well, it didn't look like it, but apparently... Please tell me this goes outside. It doesn't. Well done, Ahmad Nizam. Counter-attacking opportunity for Baru, maybe? He's fast, but not that fast. He also loses the ball. By the lane play too much. Nice interception by Juan Servin, though. Really well done. Good overview. RC. Everyone's committing. It's all good so far. RC back towards Juan. It's offside. You serious? I'm not sure if that was offside. Amamu could be in trouble. Well, if he's in trouble, we'll just take him off, right? Pakrula's motivated, so I guess he can come on now. Amamu also just returned from injury. He needs some rest. Don't want to hurt him again. He's anxious. Don't let him play. RC, playing okay so far, but not much else. I guess we can sub him off now. And Singh obviously needs to be a winger too. That's it. That should work. I don't think he can pass or shoot, if I recall correctly. Crossing is good, passing's bad, shooting is... Finishing is 9. It's not too bad, actually. And obviously he's enough tackles. With the rest of them, I'm not so sure. Ankun is a little bit tired. That's just inherent to the role. I don't have anyone on the bench that can do Segunda Volante today. So that'll need to do. Hardy just came from his former club. He's still exhausted. Sim doesn't seem like a viable option here, so I guess has not in his. But do we have issues with Jonathan today? Actually, quite the opposite. He's doing well so far. And then we're left with Nart, Celastov, Christopher. It's not bad necessarily, he can play on the right too. Well, he doesn't know how to do it, but he could try it. To replace Baru. Not sure though if we want to do that. These two might be enough. No. Side netting. Whew. That was close. That would have turned the match on its head. Free kick for us. And the Gadit person now has a yellow card. Did they sub anyone? Not yet. 4 people on the yellow card now. I guess the question is, do we want to press a little bit more? Ankun. Then again, the chances created are fine. We'll get one in eventually. It's highly unlikely that they do it. Hopefully I didn't jinx it. Nice one. Come on, Baru. It was a weak effort. On his left foot. That's not a strong one. Their keeper, though, has hell of a day. Not a single mistake so far. Granted, most of them were easy. Ankun, that doesn't go well. Well intercepted, though. Elbow on the ball. Mahazir. And all the way back to Jonathan it goes. They seem to be a little misplaced. That's better. Yeah, run wide, it's fine. You do that. Not a foul. I was hoping for a second yellow card. Ahmad Nizam, Baru, Ahmad Nizam. Will there be a cross? There's the cross. It's another header. Another one by Elbok? One by Elbok. Okay, we have 15 minutes left. So, he's anxious. I don't want to have him on the pitch. We'll bring on Christopher as a winger, actually, on attack. He never played here. He has no idea how to do it. So, we'll put him there anyway. Passing risks, though, I guess he shouldn't take. That all is good. Who else? Hardy's tired, so I guess has not in for Jonathan, though. That could be nothing. And then either we replace another central defender, which I just don't see why we would do. Or Malek for Ushindi. I guess the youngster needs playing time. Also, Oleg's Rai obviously would be an option, but he's anxious. And I don't really want to play him if he's anxious all the time. Then again, he might need to get used to it at some point. Maybe I should have brought on Oleg's Rai. That's a good long ball. Modfasail saves the day for now. Another matches, there's 6 goals. Match between, what was it? Bukitambun and Perak? Didn't entirely read it. Sari takes a corner, that's not bad. It hits the woodwork. Wow. Would have been offside anyway, but now they had a decent chance. Y'all can do it. that, but he's too slow. Intercepted. He doesn't. Bakrula does though. Nice. Malek towards Singh. Singh drifts wide. Goes past his men. Yes! Finally. Damn, that was an effort. I'm really happy with the transfer now. He's frustrated by the feedback. Go away. Yeah. Well, if he wouldn't have hit... well, if he would have hit the man, in this case, would have gotten the second yellow card and the penalty. So... I guess I'm happier with the goal. Now we just need to make sure that the current score remains that way. Or better for us. Which may well happen. Actually, it may well happen fairly soon. Can we... let's wait. Got in the way, so we get a corner. We'll praise him. I think overall I'm happy with the performance now. That did not go well with most of them, it seems. Some are pleased, motivated, nothing has to do with my feedback. Elbach's confused. Jason Singh is confused with the feedback. Apparently, one goal is not enough for praise. Christopher takes the corner, and that's nothing that we want to talk about later, is it? Good play. Kun, Ahmad Nizam, back to Hasnodin. Malek, Bakrula. Ahmad Nizam again, finds Christopher. Nice floated cross. Another attempt by Singh. He's certainly motivated. Well, actually he isn't. But it feels like he is, the way he plays. That's the wrong wingman. Alright. I won't criticize you. Christopher, will he go past his man? Yes. One. Oh! Goalkeeper was long enough to actually get that. Well, tall enough. Well intercepted. Not so well defended by Singh. Not his job usually. And we face a long shot. 4 minutes left. 4. We keep it like this and start wasting time. Frequently. I want this to be over. 2.5 minutes plus stoppage time. Well done. Just keep possession. It's alright. The riskiest thing about these central defenders passing the ball around is that they are not exactly known for their good passing. Elbach! Last season he would have made all of these chances. This season though, I'm not sure what's going on. Nice Christopher. Not another chance for Elbach yet. Ahmad Nizam? We're still in the penalty area. Is it a penalty? No. Doesn't seem to be. Apparently we don't just keep the ball here. Approximately 3.5 minutes now, including stoppage time. If nothing particularly impressive happens. That seemed a bit risky. That's a little bit offside. Sadly. 64% possession now. Singh intercept. Nice. Ilbuk. He's done for today. Malek. Ilbuk again. As I said, he's done. Juan maybe? Not Juan maybe. It was a try. Was not in. They're still going forward for some reason. It's just, it seems like the opposition squad is also exhausted. Not that much actually. Nice, Christopher. Not bad. Singh. It's not another cross. We waste time by another set piece. Would have been a good opportunity though. Take off another 10 seconds. Sure, make it... no. 10 is enough. I thought he'd made it make it 15. Ankun doesn't take the shot. Could have. Malek takes the shot. Okay. It was worth a try. 7.3 rating on Malek? No. 20 seconds. Nice, Mod Faisal. Really nice. That should be it. Which, by the way, if there's nothing absurd happening now. What a throw. Nice! Didn't see that throw coming. Yeah, that makes the third game that Mod Faisal was on the pitch and the third game that he did not concede in this season. That's our backup goalkeeper, ladies and gentlemen. Not bad. So... I'll tell them that this was good. Hopefully they'll get some confidence. Ushindi made his debut. Very happy with this. So, start of today we were in 5th place, now we're 4th. Sabah apparently, what happened to them? Did they lose? Sabah had a draw against Negeri Sembilan. Okay. So we overtook Sabah. That's vital, obviously. By goal difference, that's not as vital, but I guess it's a positive. We also still have the best goal difference in the league, tied with 2 other teams. So that's good. Well, no much news about cup competitions. Injuries, we saw the comeback of Amamu. And also he immediately got yet another yellow card, so he'll be suspended for next match. Congratulations, sir. Fakrullah made an appearance on the pitch without making any mistakes. We saw that other teams are not willing to pay for Vanla Pegaguit anymore. Christopher made a debut on the right wing, whatever that means. For what it's worth though, that increases playing time for the player and that's good. Can always be good. Ushindi made a debut. Performance was tolerable. No big issues. Also, he played a few nice long balls. And I did not expect that much of a good passer in this person. So I guess that's very positive. He also can jump. So even though the rest is an issue, not a problem. Also, not to be confused with players that we signed for other reasons, but this is primarily a scout. So I'm still happy to have him with the team. He certainly did his job today. It's a bit weird because he's on the wrong budget, basically. Not a foreign player, so that matters. Otherwise, Oleg's Rai didn't make an appearance because he was nervous again. It feels like that might be an issue long term. So either we play him Yes, I do too, but 3 points are 3 points. And the performance overall wasn't that bad, the result was bad. Also, let's go back to it. So, if not for Jason Singh, we wouldn't have scored. That's true. In aggregate though, 2.2 versus 0.6. I'm happy with the performance. In comparison to last matches, this is very good. We had way worse in the last few matches. So I'm happy with it. Obviously against a shitty team, yes, we could have had 4 expected goals too. But they were not that confident either, so... True. Then again, we need to have those first. I can't dominate all of the league with, you know, the material that we have. And obviously I'm responsible for that material, but still, I'm kind of happy with it. It's alright. We'll see where it takes us next time. It's the tactic. Oh. I think there were a few today. Let's just watch it. You know? Why discuss about something, but it would be the entire match again on comprehensive highlight with all of the goal scenes. No, that would take another half an hour. I won't do that. Yes. That's true. He does take these repeatedly, and I'm not sure why he does that. Let's shoot less often here even. So then again, he didn't make most of these last season. I don't really have much of a strong opinion on it so far. I guess for today I'm happy with the result, and we will see about everything else next time. Thank you very much for sticking around me, Sam, for all of the tactical tinkering, and for the ton of feedback. Even though I don't follow all of, I guess, your advice, I still hope that you like the result so far. We had more possession and we did create more chances. So now we can start to talk about penetration at some point and maybe about the quality of the chances. But so far, that's what we have. So I will see you next time. Most likely. No, Friday I will... there won't be a regular stream on Friday. Come to think of it. I will be on the road Friday at the time of the regular stream. I might do another one maybe... Well, it's either tomorrow or on Wednesday. But might also be on the weekend. I'm not sure yet. The schedule's busy in the next few days though. Man, I do not have any idea how to set up tactics either. I don't think there's much of a difference between us. We're all trying to figure this out. Just because I played this game for a while doesn't mean I know anything about football. In particular, if you need to find out how the pressing trap works after 10 years, that does not exactly say I know something about football. So that's true for both of us, I guess. In that sense, it's alright. Thanks for being around. Alright, until next time, have a nice evening, man. Bye.